Hey everyone, I'm Jonathan. You're watching Media Recall, and we're about to jump into episode 6 of The Boys, titled The Innocents. And we just left off of episode 5, where the boys were at Believe Expo and they were trying to get more information about Compound V, and they knew they needed to talk to Ezekiel. And they were going to blackmail him into giving up the location of where the drugs are going, where the Compound V is going. And it's funny enough that like some of the things that stayed with me the most about that episode was the singer of the Believe Expo. How I could not think of a better person, a better super to be singing at a religious event than someone that has wings. When I saw her wings, it like blew my mind. I was so impressed. But they were able to blackmail. Huey was able to improvise and blackmail Ezekiel into giving up the information he needed. And after that, they went to the hospital that Ezekiel told him to go to and found out that soups are not being born. They're being created in a lab, which is so much more impressive than I thought. It's a hidden layer that I didn't think they were going to go with. I just thought that they were born and it's like a freak thing of human nature, but it looks like human babies are being born, and then after they're born, they're probably selected carefully. I don't know if it's random. I think with as much money as is being pumped into that corporation, they're like getting like the perfect babies that and dosing them with Compound V. Like that baby with the laser eyes was hilarious, but so impressive too. But I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's start episode 6, The Innocents. But also, don't forget to subscribe over here and hit that bell so you know when I'm putting out new episodes.
You rolling? My
There's
grandfather
some background
built
on
this place with
Homelander.
his bare hands. He was an amazing man. Oh, the old piano. Every night, Mom would sit here and she would play some songs. And I got to be honest, most of the time, me and my dad would be making model plans. I can almost smell
He's lying.
silver paint. I really wish he'd lived long enough to see me fly with
He
the
is.
little angels. That would have blown his mind.
He's full of shit.
Left me in the
There's
middle.
no way he had a happy
Welcome,
childhood.
Mom, Dad. Welcome
You
to
don't
my
turn into what he is, and
Baseball Hall of
everything
Fame,
was
they call it.
sunshine and rainbows.
Oh, there they are, the Tigers. Really, it's so special to come back. Who put the fucking blanket on the bed?
Randy Setdeck.
Who's Randy Setdeck?
He's over there.
Randy, why?
That
Fucking asshole.
blanket has to do with what happened to him as a kid.
What just happened?
I have no doubt. That's like probably the only thing that actually is real, because he only reacted to that.
Samaritan's Vought has been shipping Compound V to 53 hospitals across the country since 1971 and gift wrapping it as polio vaccine.
Are you telling me that God's not reaching up the twats of American girls and blessing babies?
Butcher, can you leave God out of this?
Hold on. So no hero was born. None of them. They're all just kids dosed with the blue shit. I mean,
Even fucking Starlight.
do you think they know what really happened to him?
Doubt it.
Hi.
Ooh. That got me.
It's okay.
No,
Hey,
I want to save people.
there you
I
go.
think we may need to reconsider your position in the Seven. And I think that firing an employee after she reported sexual assault on live TV might tank your stock price.
Yo, what? Yeah, she's not the first.
Thank you so much for coming, Starlight.
Someone like What's It Deep did.
I have a lot
It's not the first time he's done it. It's just the first time he's gonna get caught doing it. Well, not caught. He's gonna pay the price for doing it. You kind of enjoyed that, didn't you? That little confrontation.
I mean, you take Tech
You
Knight's night
lives
rifle,
for it.
had a carbon.
Oh, it's just like a
You know,
support
the
group for
other day, I
yeah.
talked to my friend about all this.
It's a
but I couldn't.
support group for people
That's why this group is
that
so
survive
great and so
superheroes.
important. I know it's wrong to feel angry.
That guy
After all,
before
Tech
lost a
Knight
limb,
saved me.
crippled. I think that guy
Just
that
wish
lost a
he'd
leg.
been a little more gentle with my spine.
It's about acceptance.
Oh no.
Anyway, she took a liking to me. Anyway, we were, being intimate when she climaxed and accidentally turned into ice. Just for a second.
Whoa.
But I was still in there.
Oh no.
At negative 346 degrees. Same temperature as liquid nitrogen. As you can imagine,
Oh no, don't say it.
it snapped off.
Oh no.
Crazy thing is,
Oh god.
still miss her. It's like,
It snapped off?
that's the cost of a mortal like me for being with a god like her.
My colleague Tina, she owes me a favor. See, she, just like I, believe in second chances.
Cut the shit. I lost custody 3 years ago. Nobody believes in second chances for fuck-ups like me.
Bye.
Hey,
Oh, she's so uncomfortable.
I just want to know you don't hate me.
Don't really know you.
Oh my god, I think that's worse.
Homelander right there.
What? That's why he was staring him down at the race between Shockwave and A-Train. That's why he was staring him down. I thought he was just staring him down just because he's a super and he hates all supers clearly. But he's staring him down because he raped his wife.
Not long after that, she came set right here. She sat here for 3 hours, didn't move a muscle. And then she just got up and walked away. Either Homelander killed her, or she killed herself, same difference.
Yeah, he holds Homelander responsible, as he should. Damn, you can see the hate in his eyes. And you can totally understand why. Because this superpowered douchebag here did it. Whoa. That's gonna kill someone when it lands.
That is gonna kill somebody when it lands in Boston.
Whoa.
Look,
I
heard
could
what happened.
not have said that any better.
I'm so,
I didn't get.
so
I didn't say the town, but pretty much.
Gentle. Yeah.
Is she fighting it? Oh!
Everyone relax. Just go walk it off.
Walk it off! She broke my fucking wrist!
Look at little baby Homelander. Oh, they got him young. What? That scorch marks on the target? Ah, it was bad. I knew it. I knew that house was full of shit. I knew he had nowhere near a happy childhood. He got tested when he was a little kid. Very little. Very, very little.
Okay, so they...
They kidnapped her and her brother. Forced them to be soldiers. She just wants to go back and get her brother out of there. Her name's Kumiko.
You tell anyone, what you saw or heard here today, and I'll cut your hands off and shove them so far up your ass, your fingers will give us a little wave at your throat. Yeah?
Never.
Fuck off, wanker.
Yeah, no one's gonna want to shake his hand. Knowing what his power. If you know who he is, you know what his power is. There's no way in God's green earth you're gonna want to do it. Oh no, why are you on the
sorry,
roof?
the elevator was out.
Oh no.
You probably don't remember, but we've met before. Oh, I would never try and read you. He said you were looking for a French guy and a black guy,
Oh, what a scumbag.
skinny white guy, British guy.
What a scumbag.
Where are these from?
Shitty little $85 camera I put in my doorbell casing. I know there's no reward, but I was hoping you could put in a word for me at Vought. I just want to be one of the good guys again.
You're going the wrong way with that.
It's my phone.
You're never gonna be a good guy the way you are. What a scumbag. God. Good thing you left your daughter alone. She deserves someone better than you. What is she gonna do to you? Ah, dude. What is she gonna do to you when she finds out what Butch was saying? What is she gonna do to you when she finds out you've been manipulating her?
Huey,
Oh, he found them.
I thought that was you. Oh, I
Yeah.
apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. Hi, I'm Annie.
Billy, old mate of Huey's.
Okay, I mean, she could help us.
Help us.
Butch doesn't see it that way. He's too far to one side.
What's gonna do when she finds out you murdered Translucent?
When she finds out.
When the operative word.
Give him a best.
He'll tell. I have no doubt. If it comes to it, he'll tell her himself. All right. That was episode 6. We find out that Vought was trying to bring their heroes like down to earth so they're more relatable by having like this reality TV show thing that they got going on. But that sound, the clips that they were showing looked absolutely horrible. It was like this campy thing that was cut together with the most like Lifetime worthy music. Like it looked like it belonged on that Lifetime network. It was that campy. If not Lifetime, then Hallmark Channel. Cause it was like all this giddiness and the wind being blown in people's hair. I was just like, that cannot be good. And funny enough, they actually hated it. Well, the person that reviewed the footage, they said, "What the hell? What the hell was that?" And then after that, we got more of Homelander's backgrounds, or what Vought wants you to think is his background, where he grew up in this little farm, played baseball, had a nice family, and he would win trophies, and it was all sunshine and rainbows. But as soon as you listen to him describe what it was like to grow up in his life and his family, you could tell it was fake. There's just no way someone like him becomes as sinister and as deranged and perverted as Homelander is if he had that Superman style upbringing. Because if he was raised by like nurturing parents, he would have a better chance of becoming a good person. But we got a glimpse of baby Homelander and how at a very, very young age, probably like 2 to 4, he was already taken by Vote and tested on. Like, I'm assuming it's Vote, but he was tested on, and you could see that they had like how would I describe it? Like targets in his room with like scorch marks, which I guess is from his laser eyes. And like when they found out about what he could do, I guess that's how they coax him into shooting his eyes. That little peekaboo game that every person does with a kid, like with a really young kid. That's probably how they figured out the first time how to make him do that. Because if they got him to copy it, like for a normal kid, you just go peekaboo, and they'll open their eyes. But if he did it, and he not being able to control his powers, obviously he's just a little kid. You do peekaboo, and he shoots lasers. Oh my! Can you imagine playing peekaboo with Homelander, and him just shooting someone in the eyes or in the face with the peekaboo thing? Just can you imagine him going peekaboo, and then that probably is what brought them to, because I guess they monitor all the babies, because you saw at the hospital they had that baby like separated with a compound V being dripped into him. And if you get someone who's showing powers like Homelander, super strength, probably he started floating when he was really young, or maybe he discovered that later. For some reason, when you got like a Superman type of character, they tend to not fly until much later on in their life. Like as teenagers, they figure out that they're falling, and then they don't hit the ground, and that's when they figure out that they can fly. And we also we get more about Butcher and his relationship with Becca. With Becca from the headstone that he destroyed. And we found out that Homelander is even more of a douche than we thought he was going to be. He actually raped Butcher's wife. And that is why she was the way she was in that bench. Because I remember from the video that I saw of her when Butch was watching her from that webcam in the park, not that camera in the park, that she was hurting and she was sad. And now we know why. She was raped by probably the most popular man in the world. And she went to everyone that she could have, but no one would turn on Homelander. Either they didn't believe her, or they just didn't want to believe her. And that is just a horrible thing to consider when you think about it. That people most likely people don't want to believe. Because if Homelander is not a good person, that is a very, very scary concept. Because just someone with that power being a bad person just seems like unheard of, and it wouldn't make you sleep comfortably at night. Like, it's nice knowing that good old American Homelander is flying above the city, keeping everyone safe. But when you find out that you don't want him flying over your city because you know what he's capable of and what he's done, that would make a whole lot of people uneasy. As you saw from the CIA chick, I think Renee, that Butcher went to see, how she would not turn on Homelander for one simple reason, that she doesn't want to push him and find out what he's capable of when he's pushed too far. And she used the exact words, "I am terrified." And as everyone would be if they were put in that situation. And it's just one thing after another, and Starlight not taking any more shit. She's just done with everything that Vought has to do. Like, she's like, if you want me in, I'll be there. I want to save people, but she does not want to just be part of the whole glam and the whole marketing setup that Vought has for superheroes. She's a no suit reality TV show, no red carpets, things like that. She's like, I'm out, and Madeline Stillwell tried to blackmail her. Well, she just threatened her by saying, fine, you don't have to, if you don't want to be in it, then really you don't have to be in the 7. And then she played an amazing card by saying, if you fired someone that just claimed sexual assault in today's day and age, your stock would go down the drain. And the look in Madeline Stillwell's face was priceless. She knew that a Starlight had her, and she couldn't do anything to She couldn't do anything to Starlight, and that's when you saw she turned and went after the Deep. Because if you can't go after someone like Starlight because of the claim she made, who do you go after? The person that did it. And I knew it because I said that if he did it to her, he's done it before. And he's done it before, and they just covered it up because he probably did it to people that it was easy for Vought to either pay off or just hide under the carpet. But with someone like Starlight, everyone was wanting to know who was the scumbag that did that to her. And they were not stopping. It took 2 weeks for Vought to finally give in to the pressure and basically throw the Deep under the bus to save their own stocks, which is what he deserved. He deserved more. He deserved way worse than that. But it's definitely a start. But that little title that they had in the graphics, that he thought it was consensual, such full of crap, because they didn't want to go all out and say it was sexual assault. They're trying to play this as well as possible, where they can shift the blame to him, but not make it look like Vought was just harboring and aiding that kind of behavior. And it just makes complete sense that that is exactly what would happen if this happened in the real world. With someone as big as Popular, with the money that he makes, they want to make him go away, but they don't want to destroy his character because they think they can still make money off his likeness and his name. That I just found out so interesting that of how they handled that situation, because I was wondering when people were gonna find out about what he did, and they found out pretty much how I thought they were gonna be. That there's gonna be a news report, and it was gonna come to light, and he was gonna get pushed out, and he did. Even at the gas station, they threw a brick at him. And then we move on to the support group for superheroes. Well, not for superheroes, for people that are saved by superheroes and have collateral damage, which makes complete sense. Because we hear all the time that superheroes, they go in, we appreciate that they go in and they save people, but they usually leave something in their wake. Not always on purpose, obviously, but sometimes just about how the situation unfolded. Something happens to whoever they were saved or who was around the area that the superhero event was taking place, and you see from the support group that those people with missing limbs, a broken spine, several crippled people, some people probably damaged mentally with PTSD of having something happen to them while a superhero was either in a fight and they saw something horrible, or something happened to a family member and they're trying to deal with it. And like one guy had it the worst of all. I still feel so sorry for him that he was dating the soup called the Ice Princess, and she had a thing for him, and while they were together, while they were having sex, when she climaxed, she froze, and he basically, there's like no gentle way to say this. Her body was so cold it was like liquid nitrogen, and it froze his penis, and it broke off. Oh God, just thinking about it now. That is just horrible, absolute horrible. And I'm so surprised. Why is he still working there? He's still working at Vought, doing their marketing. You would think that he wouldn't want to be anywhere near those people, because it would be a day. Not that not having a penis is not a daily reminder, but it would be like glaring where you wouldn't be able, like you would see it. You would be reminded at work all the time that you're around people that were kind of involved in you losing your penis. Like I don't think there's a better, an easier way to say it. I would have thought he left. He would have left, and just seeing all those people like going through things, it makes so much more sense. Especially because we when we think about superheroes saving people, like the common thing is someone's falling off a building, and then the superhero goes and catches them midair before they hit the ground. That is not the way it would work. If a superhero like meets someone while they're falling, the G-force on that person's body would severely injure them, or depending on how far they got down, how long they've been falling for, would have almost killed them, if not killed them. And that's where we're seeing that there's collateral damage to what these people do, and it's just them trying to cope. And it's such a hard thing to realize that most shows don't go into. Like we know it might happen, but we don't think about it. Just like in Captain America: Civil War, the guy that goes against them, the commander from the nation from Avengers Age of Ultron, he goes after them because of what they did, what they left in the wake of their battle with Ultron. Because his entire family died while the Avengers were fighting Ultron. And after they finished off Ultron, all they did was just left. And he just had this rage inside him, and he went after them. And that's the kind of thing that happens in a world like this, where superheroes, even if they're just trying to do a good thing, bad things can happen, and each person takes it differently. The people in the support group took it as, I just want to forget. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I just want to talk it out. But like Butcher, he took it in a completely different way. He took it in, they all need to pay. They're not worth time. And you can totally see how he's built. If you do something bad to him, he'll do something bad to you. And he is ready to take down every single one because he lumps them all together. If you're basically, for him, if you're a soup, you are not a good thing to have around, and they don't need you around. And that's just, I really enjoyed this episode. There was no action, just a lot of story from Homelander, Huey and Starlight's relationship growing even more, to be getting more about Billy Butcher, and his upbringing, and how it was exactly as we thought it was going to be. It was not pleasant at all. And I'm sure we probably will get more about how he had a horrible childhood and a horrible upbringing because they didn't raise a kid, they raised a weapon. I have no doubt that's what happened, and they are reaping the rewards of how they treated him. Thanks, guys, so much for watching this reaction and review. I hope you enjoyed this episode, because I did. We got so much more story, so much more information, and we meet new superheroes like the Mesmerizer, which is a scumbag. Like, I don't even want to mention this guy because he annoyed me so much by giving up so quickly one day with his kid, and he just gave up. Thank God he decided not to see her anymore. And after he didn't want to see his kid anymore, they didn't have anything to hold over him, so he wouldn't say anything. So the first thing he does is try to run out from the shadow of his show and try to become popular and a superhero and be a good guy. But being scum, maybe he thought he was doing the right thing because he thinks Vought's the good guys and these people are going after Vought. But as we know who they are, we know Vought and the superheroes in the Seven are scum, and they're horrible people, and they need to be all removed from the picture. But he didn't know that, and he just was like, his biggest crime is, to me right now, that I give it thought, his perspective and his point of view, that he is just he's just too weak to just give up on his daughter like that. One day, like, you haven't been in her life. You're not gonna win her immediately. You have to give her time to warm up to you. Like, you lost custody of her because you're an addict. Because I remember Mother's Milk said, "Are you clean?" Which means he's been using drugs, and that's why he lost custody of her. And he just gave up. He one day saw that she was uninterested, and said, "All right, I don't need to see her anymore." That's not the thing. Like, the whole thing is being there, even if they hate you, love you, just making sure they know that they're not alone. I don't have kids, but I know that they just need someone there for them. And he wasn't willing to take that. He wasn't willing to build the relationship. He wanted it just to be already there, to be easy for him. But it wasn't going to be easy, and as soon as he realized that, he wasn't up for it anymore, which is a sad thing to see. But I'll be uploading episode 7 also in a couple of hours. Make sure you watch that reaction. We're getting close to the finale. 2 more episodes to go after this episode. Make sure you stick around. Don't forget, please subscribe. Go into the comments. Let's talk about this show and what we're liking about it. Tell me what you didn't like about the show, and anything else you want to talk about. I'll be in the comment section. Take care, guys.